Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast. In this episode, I am going to be recapping Missy Series 4 Bad Influence, Missy and the Time Assassin, which was originally released in May 2024. And I'm recording this episode just over a year later on the 5th of June 2025. But before I get on with the recap, please go and check out both of my episodes from yesterday. Obviously, it wasn't the first day of 2 episodes in a day. It was the first day of me doing both episodes in a day, though. So, yeah, there you go. And yes, without further ado, here is my recap of Missy Series 4 Bad Influence, Missy and the Time Assassin. Someone mentions the upcoming arrival of the Archduke of Ferdinand. Someone interrupts someone else by singing. The Time Assassin James Blakelock reveals himself. The Time Assassin James Blakelock reveals today's date. The Time Assassin James Blakelock attempts to bribe someone. The Time Assassin James Blakelock disappears. The person the Time Assassin James Blakelock spoke to is now going to shoot the Archduke of Ferdinand. We then have the theme tune, which is brilliant, as are most of the Big Finish themes. I really like them, especially the Missy one I like. Jenny, the one for Jenny I liked, and the Paternoster Gang good, the War Master's good. Pretty much all of them are great. Anyway, there's a slight tangent. Where am I up to? Oh yes, theme tune. Missy threatens someone. The person Missy is threatening wants Missy to leave him alone. Missy reveals she has already killed multiple people. Missy mentions no longer having a TARDIS. Missy questions the person she is threatening. Missy wants the King to give her some keys. The King mentions his self-destruct plans. The King seems to trick Missy momentarily until he explodes. Missy seems to start regenerating. Missy stops regenerating. The Time Assassin James Blakelock is about to be executed. The Time Assassin James Blakelock attempts to defend himself whilst not sure if he is guilty or not. The Time Assassin James Blakelock is informed of his charges. The Time Assassin James Blakelock confuses the judge. The Time Assassin James Blakelock is exiled. The Time Assassin James Blakelock is forced to enter a portal. Missy wakes up. Missy has no idea where she is. Missy meets the Time Assassin James Blakelock. Missy asks the Time Assassin James Blakelock to be quiet. Missy is transfixed about time boxes. The Time Assassin James Blakelock introduces himself to Missy, several times. Missy believes she's going to fate. Missy apologises to the Time Assassin James Blakelock. Missy compliments the Time Assassin James Blakelock. The Time Assassin James Blakelock reveals where he and Missy are. Missy attempts to fix the Time Assassin James Blakelock's time box. Missy does this successfully. The Time Assassin James Blakelock mentions the Galactic Police. The Time Assassin James Blakelock activates his time box with him and Missy arriving somewhere else. Missy attempts to guess the Time Assassin James Blakelock's plan. The Time Assassin James Blakelock mentions Emperor Nero. Emperor Nero delivers a speech. The Time Assassin James Blakelock reveals his plan to Missy. Missy attempts to guess what a weapon is. The Time Assassin James Blakelock reveals what the weapon actually is. Missy mentions ukuleles. The Time Assassin James Blakelock insults Emperor Nero whilst revealing his plan. Missy congratulates the Time Assassin James Blakelock on the complexity of his plan. Missy mentions the speed at which Emperor Nero moves whilst revealing some flaws with the Time Assassin James Blakelock's plan. Missy compliments the Time Assassin James Blakelock. Missy informs the Time Assassin James Blakelock what assassins do. Missy threatens someone. Several people mention Missy's anger. The Time Assassin James Blakelock mentions King Henry VIII. Missy reveals some information about someone she has a grudge against. Missy apologises. The time assassin James Blakeclock corrects Missy. Missy lists some people that the time assassin James Blakeclock killed. Missy insults the time assassin James Blakeclock. Missy renames the time assassin James Blakeclock. The time assassin James Blakeclock reveals his true plan to Missy. Missy and the time assassin James Blakeclock communicate with Emperor Nero's music teacher. Missy accepts the offer of tea and biscuits. Emperor Nero's music teacher corrects the time assassin James Blakeclock. Emperor Nero's music teacher reveals he's the inventor of a musical instrument. Missy double crosses the time assassin James Blakeclock. Missy kills Emperor Nero's music teacher. The time assassin James Blakeclock confronts Missy over this. Missy mentions a teleporter she acquired, as well as killing someone else. Missy insults Emperor Nero's music teacher. The time assassin where am I up to? Time assassin James Blakeclock insults Missy. Missy mentions the difference between being immoral and amoral. Missy insults amoral people. An alarm sounds. Missy mentions the Galactic Police. Missy and the time assassin James Blakeclock arrive in the middle of a battle. The time assassin James Blakeclock separates Missy from her disintegrator gun. The time assassin James Blakeclock mentions Missy's violence. The time assassin James Blakeclock names some paradoxes. Missy insults someone. Missy believes she and the time assassin James Blakeclock are witnessing the Battle of Hastings. Missy realises what the time assassin James Blakeclock is planning. Missy mentions William the Conqueror. Missy insults the time assassin James Blakeclock's fighting ability. Missy uses the time assassin James Blakeclock's crossbow. Missy accidentally shoots the wrong person. Missy apologises for this. The time assassin James Blakeclock yells. The time assassin James Blakeclock corrects Missy over his intentions. Missy has no idea where she and the time assassin James Blakeclock are. Missy mentions the Isle of Wight. The time assassin James Blakeclock reveals where he and Missy are. The time assassin James Blakeclock suggests that Missy should follow him. The time assassin James Blakeclock corrects Missy. Missy reveals why she enjoys museums. The time assassin James Blakeclock gives Missy an update on their journey. The time assassin James Blakeclock believes Missy will stab him if he walks ahead of her. The time assassin James Blakeclock agrees with Missy. Missy knocks on a door repeatedly. The time assassin James Blakeclock expresses his opinion on this. Missy and the time assassin James Blakeclock explore a museum. Missy insults a book. Missy recalls several of her past actions involving threatening specific people. Missy mentions a vortex manipulator. The time assassin James Blakeclock still doesn't trust Missy. Missy gives the time assassin James Blakeclock a head start to avoid her killing him. Missy starts hunting for the time assassin James Blakeclock. Missy mentions Elvis. Missy reveals her opinion on mazes. Missy compliments the time assassin James Blakeclock being able to survive from her for a prolonged period of time. Missy shoots the time assassin James Blakeclock. The time assassin James Blakeclock reveals how he's still alive. The time assassin James Blakeclock unveils his secret vortex manipulator. The time assassin James Blakeclock reveals his true plan. The time assassin James Blakeclock mentions Alpha Centauri. The time assassin James Blakeclock reveals some of Missy's previous alter egos. Missy mentions the amount of talking the time assassin James Blakeclock does, whilst revealing his true plan several times. The time assassin James Blakeclock insults Missy. Missy mentions World War I. Missy tricks the time assassin James Blakeclock. Missy now owns the time assassin James Blakeclock's vortex manipulator and force field ring. Missy promises on killing the time assassin James Blakeclock. Missy meets a member of the Galactic Police. The time assassin James Blakeclock seems to be getting arrested and proposes Missy should also be arrested. Missy abandons the time assassin James Blakeclock. The time assassin James Blakeclock is actually arrested. The time assassin James Blakeclock attempts to guess what his punishment will be. The time assassin James Blakeclock meets a future version of himself. Both versions of the time assassin James Blakeclock are now fugitives, as well as discussing Missy. Missy arrives somewhere. Missy reveals she has landed on Earth. Missy insults Earth. Missy's vortex manipulator stops functioning. Missy reveals she has landed in Great Britain. Missy reveals the current weather, which changes nearly immediately after she says this. And that is my recap of Missy Series 4, Bad Influence, Missy and the Time Assassin. And Missy will return in my recap of Unit Nemesis 4, Masters of Time, True Nemesis, which was released in July 2023. So here's the trailer for Unit Nemesis 4, Masters of Time.
From Big Finish Productions, The Worlds of Doctor Who, Unit Nemesis, Masters of Time.
No! I said something might turn up. Well, it just did. Oh, no, you don't!
Take cover!
The situation isn't under control. If you're working with Missy, you can't trust her.
She's a means to an end.
Yes, many alien leaders have said that before.
No! Keep that thing away from me! No! No!
Well, no need to be so rough.
Looks like you've got a new cellmate.
Look out, another one!
Kate, we're a few thousand years back in Earth's history.
Incroyable! To disappear. Could I come?
No. Michelle, sometimes we do know things, and I know you're needed here.
You're about to meet a truly evil mastermind.
Mistress Mind, surely.
What prisoners?
Kate Stewart and one of our people, Carter.
You had Kate Stewart as a prisoner and didn't tell me.
Stay where you are.
Kate, run!
No!
We need to take cover! We'll lose her! Down!
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
Missing you already. Bye!
Don't you dare cut me up!
That was the trailer for Unit Nemesis for Masters of Time, and that is because the next time you'll hear me talking about Missy is when she returns in my recap of Unit Nemesis 4 Masters of Time True Nemesis, which, as I said before I showed you the trailer, released in July 2023. But on to the episode releasing this afternoon, where I will be recapping Abbott Elementary, I think it is. Yeah, Abbott Elementary Franklin Institute, which is the season 2 finale. Here's the trailer for either the actual episode, so Abbott Elementary Franklin Institute, or Abbott Elementary season 2. Here's the trailer.
Welcome back, dorks, and welcome back, Abbott Elementary staff. Yes, and here we go. All right, now it is time to get this party started.
I'm ready to take the year on. I've got it down. These first graders won't know what hit them. That's enough.
Make your voice deeper.
That is enough.
My work here is done, Padawan.
Melissa, we don't have enough kids for a full third grade class, so now they go to you.
How many extra kids?
10.
I mean, great.
Melissa, are you okay?
Being a teacher is being asked to show up every day and try our best.
Mrs. Howard, Gregory, I'm glad you're in one place. I have an emergency.
What's up? What's wrong?
Well, here is the thing.
You know I'm out of here.
This food. You eat like you took a cooking class in prison. Just take that.
Sometimes friendship is the only meal you need. Thanks for being here. I think of you like a young me.
I think of you like an old me.
This ain't A Star Is Born. I'll shut your tiny ass down.
It's gonna be a great year.
It is, isn't it?
This is exactly what I want for myself this year. I'm 100%.
Well, I guess somebody's got it together this year.
Mm-hmm. And I'm happy they're noticing. It's very zen, actually.
You guys gotta see what's in the cafeteria.
For real.
Abbott Elementary, season premiere Wednesday, September 21st on ABC and stream on Hulu.
That was the trailer for Abbott Elementary Season 2, and that is because this afternoon I will be recapping the Abbott Elementary Season 2 finale titled Franklin Institute. But before this afternoon, let's get on to this and back to this episode. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of Missy Bad Influence, Missy and the Time Assassin, if you listened to it. My recap, if you didn't, as I said, just put those in the comments below as well. Both of those in the comments below, as well with anything else you want to come on the channel, such as any previews or recaps. Put those in the comments below as well. Remember, you can also like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you this afternoon, UK time in brackets, later on, for my recap of Abbott Elementary Franklin Institute. Goodbye.